All right, guys. Jay Lee here again, Northwest Podcast. So, today I'm just going to talk just for a second about this concept. Now, I was going on my Facebook and I saw this post, and I constantly see these posts throughout the years, constantly about how men need to raise better sons. And I have never seen one post ever in my entire life on Facebook or social media. I've never read a book. I've never heard any kind of talk about this ever about how to raise better daughters. Never. Not once. 100% never. I've never seen anybody say, we need to raise better daughters, right? So women have no accountability. There's no accountability. It's always the man's fault. The man is always the failsafe. He's always the one who's being blamed. Oh, the men need to raise better sons. So this post is called Love What Matters. And this guy, it's my ex-wife's birthday today. So I got up early and brought flowers and cards and a gift over to the kids to give her and help them make her breakfast. Per usual, someone asked me why the hell I still do these things for her all the time. This annoys me, so I'm going to break it down for you all. I'm raising two little men. The example I set for how I treat their mom is going to significantly shape how they see and treat women and affect their perception of relationships. No, actually, you're raising two sons to be pussy whipped. You're raising two sons to coddle to women despite women's behavior. You're actually raising kids on how to... You're actually raising young men on how to get in a divorce scenario and still suck up to the woman who divorced them. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be cordial. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be proper and classy to their mom, but you're putting a Band-Aid on something that's broken as opposed to fixing the original break in the first place. So you're saying, oh, okay, well, we got this divorce, so I'm still going to treat her like a classy lady and blah blah blah, except that you're talking about their perception of relationships. Well, their perception of a relationship is based on the fact that you're no longer with the mother. So their perception is that you failed, and that in addition to your failing, you're now sucking up to the failure. Again, I'm not saying you should be shitty to this woman, but I mean, come on, you're saying it's okay to get divorced. You're saying there's nothing. You're basically telling them that women can do no wrong. So he says here. So if you aren't modeling a good relationship behavior for your kids, get your shit together, rise above it, and be an example. This is better. This is bigger than you. Raise good men, raise strong women. Isn't that funny? How he says this? He says raise good men, raise strong women. It doesn't say raise good strong men, raise good strong women. It's raise good men, raise strong women, right? So this is automatically implying and putting the subconscious thought that men are somehow inherently bad, women are somehow inherently oppressed, and they need strength because they're more weaker. And it's just, this is so beta and it's so cuck that it just bothers me. Please, the world needs them now more than ever. No, what the world needs is the world needs better women. The world needs less narcissists, less manipulators, less women who will divorce a man, more women who will actually work on a relationship, right? So this little cuck man here is he's raising his sons to be cucks. He's a little beta, which is probably why she divorced him in the first place. He was so pathetic, and she thought that he was gonna fulfill all her needs. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. So they got divorced, and now he's raising two weak men, and he's calling them good men. Well, sorry, Billy Flynn, or whoever you are. You are raising two little bitches. You are raising two little betas who are going to suck up to women. And that's that, bro. We need to raise better women. Okay, better young women, better daughters who will not try to turn men into men like you, who will not divorce their husbands, who will work on a relationship when things get bad, who will not be selfish, narcissistic black holes who demand everything in the kitchen sink. Okay, who will not take us take us to court and get half our shit even though they didn't work for it. Who will not rake us over the coals with alimony and blow the kids' money on their own selfish little whims. Okay, who will not rely on the state to be their surrogate father. Anyway, the list goes on, but this is the kind of thing that really, really pisses me off, because I see these posts all the time, and they imply that men are inherently aggressive, men are inherently bad to women, and I'm not saying there's not a lot of bad men out there. There are. However, there's a lot of shitty women too, and that doesn't ever get addressed. So you want to talk about equality, you want to talk about women's rights, blah, 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 but yet you want no accountability. You don't want any you don't want to do any work. You don't want to have any agency for your own behavior. You just want to blame everything on men. And this is why these guys, these little beta boys like this guy exist. All right. That's all I got to say. Peace. Thanks for listening to Jay Lee Northwest Podcast.